What did I think of Canada? Is Canada accessible? Find out my thoughts. As you've seen over the last month or couple months, I went to Canada for a few weeks. Where did I go? I went to Niagara Falls, Toronto, Quebec City, Montreal, and Deer Lake, Newfoundland, and back to Toronto to fly home. Watch the vlogs if you haven't. They really explore my journey around Canada. I get up to some interesting things like seeing Niagara Falls, going up the CN Tower for a meal, the Science Museum in Montreal. Would I recommend going to Canada? Yes, the place is lovely. You have the countryside, city life, you've got spectacular views, and the people are just really nice, helpful. I'm definitely going back. Niagara Falls, that was amazing. Let's start there. When I first saw the falls, I was mesmerised by the power, by actually seeing it in person. As I said a lot in that vlog, it was a dream come true and a bucket list moment, and I did it. I've seen it. The boat tour was incredible, but you do get soaking wet. It was definitely worth going. I can't big it up enough. Toronto, I went to saw the CN Tower, Ripley's Aquarium, did the bus tour, Casaloma. That was cool because a lot of films were filmed there, like Cocktail with Tom Cruise, X-Men, and several others. Also, I went to the distillery district where there was a cool band playing, had some lunch. My favourite part of the city was that Mexican meal I had on the first night. Oh, it was incredible. The staff were nice, the food was the best Mexican food I've ever had. Compared to European city, I think Toronto was more modern, more skyrise, more Canadian and more American, if that makes sense. Whereas the next city, Quebec, was definitely more European and had the French touch to it, let's say. You didn't need to know the French language. I managed. I can say bonjour, au revoir. I can't even remember what thank you is at the minute. My main memory of Quebec will always be the People and Civilization Museum, the Titanic exhibit, that immigration exhibit. They really brought the stories to life, and seeing the history of Canada and Quebec was incredible. Also, I can't forget the citadels. The tour guide there was very knowledgeable. He made history come alive, let's say. And to be on a working army base. Then we went to Montreal. We didn't see much of the city because we were busy every day. Boat tours, going up the Montreal Tower. What else do we do? Oh, the Science Centre, which I turned into a big kid. It's so incredible. And then the biodome on the next day, seeing all the animals and how they feed them, how they look after them, etc. and how you can go from one cold room with penguins to one hot room with parrots is incredible. Then I went to Deer Lake, Newfoundland, where I just chilled out, used a hotel pool, went for walks, went to the beach. But I would say if you go to Deer Lake, you probably need a car to do most bits because Newfoundland's quite spread out. So to get the best for it, you would have to drive. But I didn't mind because I wanted to chill out after 2 long weeks of touring the rest of the cities. But the nature was great. I must have gone in hunting season because the hotel I stayed in, there was a lot of hunters. So, how did I get between places? I flew. I can't hire a car because of my adaptations I need, so I flew and got taxis, and Uber's massive over there. Apart from Deer Lake, I couldn't get Uber there, but that's in the country, so that's kind of like over here. The food, because Canada's built on immigration, you can find all sorts, every cuisine you can think of. It was incredible. I enjoyed the food a lot. Travel tip for you, I tend to have a big breakfast if it's free, and then don't eat until about 7 o'clock at night, and then you don't need to pay for lunch. You're paying for 1 meal a day, or that's what I do. So the best part of the trip, I think you all know this because I've been banging on about it for so long, and in my short videos and everywhere. Niagara Falls was the best bit, hands down, because I've always wanted to see that. That made me go to Canada, and I've never been that far away from home, if that makes sense. Morocco's the furthest I went on my own before, so that gave me the confidence to do this Canadian trip, and I don't regret it. I'm going to New Zealand on my own. Australia I'll be with my dad, but New Zealand I'm going to explore on my own. Why not? Why not? The worst part of the trip. Interesting. The day it rained at Deer Lake, I hadn't seen rain in Canada. It was beautiful weather. I went expecting it to be cold. I guess that's because of my own bias about what I think Canada will be like, but actually it was really nice. Nice weather. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Did this trip change my views on Canada? I think it did. I always thought Canadians were down to earth and nice people, but yeah, they were really nice people. I didn't meet one person who I thought, you're a bit rude at all. Even in the French part, they all spoke English, tried to help me because my French is awful. I nearly swore there, but yeah, my French is awful. Right, the bit you've all been waiting for, accessibility. Do I think Canada's accessible? Yes, on the most part I do. Quebec, if you can find the right hotel There's a lot of small hotels with steps. Even I struggled to get into my hotel, but I guess that's a European sort of vibe, so I guess you need to look at that. And the Skyline Tower, you can go in the inside bit but not the outside bit, I don't think, but maybe you can do your research. But most other places I found that you could probably get around alright, but do your own research first. And like I said, if you can drive in Deer Lake and Newfoundland, you would be able to see more, do more cool stuff. But everyone's willing to help, so if you ring the hotels before, they'll be able to tell you whether the rooms are accessible. Just ask the questions. They do have high curbs, but all the crossings I crossed there have dropped curbs. But each city I went to had way more stuff than I thought to do, to eat, to see. I could have spent another week in each location. And I've got to do the other side of Canada, Vancouver. So yeah, I'll definitely be back if they have me. Let's end the video with 3 words. People, spectacular views. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments.